Hey all of you, welcome to Quant Masters. This is Andeep again. We are back with another video. And today with us, we have got Darshan again, who's also placed in Accenture and is here again to share his experience with us. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hi Darshan, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm great, man. So Darshan, congratulations for getting placed in Accenture.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So tell me about the Accenture interview process in detail. Okay, right from the first round till the last round. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So basically, the Accenture first round was technical plus aptitude MCQs plus the coding. So the first round took place on 23rd August 2022 and 23rd August.
Okay.
23rd August.
Sorry to cut you there. Did you guys have any eligibility criteria for this?
Yes. So basically, the Accenture eligibility criteria was 60% throughout, like 10, 12, and throughout till 6th semester. And there was like no backlogs allowed.
No backlogs.
And 1 to 2 years of like if you're having a education gap, then it is fine.
It's fine. And it was an on-campus interview?
Yeah, it was an on-campus.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the first round. Yeah, please continue.
So first round took place on 23rd August. So there was a 2-stage. First stage was MCQ and the second stage was coding.
Okay.
Regarding stage 1, there was like different sections. Like quant, logical, then technical, the verbal. It was a different 4 sections were there.
Okay.
So there were total 90 MCQs all along the section. Like 4 sections includes total 90 MCQs and total 90 minutes. It was not a sectional timer. Total time has been provided for stage 1. And
were the questions mixed up or it was like sectional wise?
No, it was a sectional wise, like quant, logical, verbal, technical. So 4 sections.
Time was throughout.
Like time was throughout stage 1, 90 minutes, and total 90 MCQs were there. So like from the quant, I have 20 MCQs. Then from technical, I had like 25.
Okay.
Then from verbal, I have 25, and from logical, I have 20. So it was total 90. 25. Yeah. So total 90 MCQs, 90 minutes.
Quant and logical were 20 questions.
Yeah.
And technical and verbal part was
25.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me what kind of topics were asked in the quant.
So the quant, it was like first the number pattern, which was you have to find the different numbers like in the series. Then it was based on the I would say the train questions. There was a clock. Clock questions were also there. And also there was one questions. There was questions based on like profit and loss and interest, compound interest and simple interest based on question in the quant.
How about these topics like probability, permutations?
So the probability, I would say the like from the from the compound interest and the profit and loss, the questions were more like 5 to 6 each. Like it was more 10 questions like from compound interest, simple interest, profit and loss. So it was 10 to 11 questions were there, and the rest 9 questions were from the like I would say from the number pattern, from the trains and from the clocks and other quant topics which are there. So it was 9 questions. It was a mix-up.
So how was the difficulty level of these questions?
So I would say the difficulty level will be easy to medium, between easy to medium, like profit and loss and the simple compound interest. If you know the formula, you can easily solve. So it was like no big deal in that. Like the train questions, if you know the shortcuts, you can easily solve in 1 minute, because each MCQ we used to have a 1 minute. As means there was no question timer, but we have to solve it. Otherwise, we will not be able to solve all MCQs. So train questions, if you know the shortcuts, you can solve. Otherwise, the question was long, but the answers like it was easy to solve. Means the reading time of the question takes time, like 20 to 30 seconds. But the answer
read the question and interpret the data that was given took time.
So it took like 20 to 30 seconds, but solving usually takes, if you know the shortcut, it usually takes 25 seconds. And the questions based on the like number pattern, like you have to thought that there you have to think little bit, that you have to do the permutations, like which numbers will come after this. We have to see the previous numbers which are coming. So there you have to do a little permutation, but within 1 minute, if you have a practice, you can easily solve. So easy to medium level.
Were you able to solve all the questions within 20 minutes?
No, actually, I was not able to solve all the questions. Actually, train questions took some time for me, but I've solved more or less 17 or 18 questions, 17 to 18 questions.
So were you able to switch between the questions? Like, were you able to go back to the question?
Yeah, in the stage 1, you can switch between the different sections like logical, quant, technical, and the verbal. You can switch between the sections also.
Okay, okay. And do you guys have any negative marking for any wrong answers?
No, regarding negative marking, we didn't like received any like information whether there are or not. So we don't know if if it has or not. So I cannot say.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, tell me about the logical part. What kind of questions were asked?
So logical was basically full based on the relational, like blood relation and all the relational topics. It was a numbers like a seating arrangement, blood relations. Then also it was like on a one graph based. It was
Data
there, which
interpretation.
data interpretation question, data. Then also I have found that data interpretation question took some time because it was a graph and there, so it took some time. But the blood relations and the sitting arrangements were easy. It was
They had multiple questions in there.
like in the data interpretation, one question, and it has like 2 to 3 sub questions where each sub question is counted. Like I have got 4 data interpretation question where each question was of includes 2 sub questions. So 8 data interpretation total questions were there out of 20.
So what about the seating arrangement question? Even that had
so no seating arrangement. I have received only one question. Like seating arrangement, I've got 3, but 3 were different. 3 different questions were there.
Okay. So how was the difficulty level of this?
So difficulty level, I would say, of the data interpretation is little bit like medium, because there you have to like see the graph. Yeah, it took time, and you have to like, if you don't know how to solve that question, then you will not be able to solve. You have to skip it because there is no shortcut trick and there is nothing that you have to like read the graph. You have to interpret the graph properly to answer the question. But on the contrary part of the blood relation and the sitting arrangement question, it was easy.
Okay, okay. So you felt that you would need more time here also.
Yeah, if the data interpretation question there, but as if you have a practice, then 1 minute is enough. I would say if you have a practice 1 minute, because in other like competitive exams also you will not get more than 1 minute for solving one aptitude question. So total, so overall, so it is not allowed also. So I guess it is a nice like doing.
Okay. So yeah, tell me about the verbal section. And
so verbal was, there was the like 2 to 3 comprehension. Each comprehension usually has had a like 4 questions each. Based on that comprehension only, that what is the meaning of the sentence in contrary to the comprehension, like in what you have understand from the comprehension, what you will give the title of that comprehension if you are a writer. So you have to read the comprehension properly for giving the answer. You have to give little bit time in that. But the verbal questions, I would say, after comprehension, it was very easy. It was like based on prepositions, articles. So it was like, it will not take even 20 seconds to solve. So if you solve first, because it was, you can switch between the question. So I would recommend that to solve the other verbal questions first. At the last, do the comprehension.
Okay, so you have more time to solve.
Yeah, because all the verbal questions you can easily solve like within, as it is a 20 minutes. So you can like total 20 questions, I would say 20 minutes. So you can easily solve the verbal questions within 10 minutes, all the verbal questions. And the comprehension question, you will have more time at the last to read and to answer properly.
Okay. So now coming to the technical part.
So technical also has 20 MCQs. Like it was based on data structure. There was like multiple questions on
questions, right?
Data structure. Yeah, sorry. Technical has a 25 questions, and it was like 5 questions were of pseudocodes. Like there was options. Also, there was like options based on which the question is given, what will be the correct function input which you will give. So it was a output based question, function input based question. It was all there. 5. The rest 20 questions were based on the operating system and the data structure, complexity of algorithms, sorting, searching. Then which algorithm is best in the terms of like sorting this element. So selection sort, bubble sort, like these multiple options were given. So or which sorting algorithm has the best complexity, overall average best complexity. So you have to select this type of questions were there.
Yeah, okay. And were this again of easy to moderate level or what?
No, it was easy to moderate. If you know the topics, if you have studied the complexity, if you know the pseudocodes, and pseudocodes were easy. Just you have to read like if you understood the, I mean, if you can read the question, read the pseudocode very clearly, then it will be very easy to guess what will be the output. You don't have to do the dry run in a copy or pen, because, and also we cannot do, because to do the dry run in copy and pen, you have to look down and then the camera will detect it. You cannot look down from the camera. So that is a little problem. So, but in the mind also you can find the output. The pseudocodes were small. It was not a big pseudocode problem. It was like 3 to 4 line pseudocode problems. So it was very easy to like predict the output like in a 30-40 seconds each. So it was not so tough.
So yeah, okay. So what happened after this?
So after this, like it was results was out on like 24th, that I have cleared it. Then on 25th, there was a second round, which is a communication round, which is a mandatory but not elimination. The first round was elimination round, but communication is a mandatory round. You have to give it. You cannot skip it. So the communication, basically, we can say that it is like in a 20 to 30 minutes where basically means AI based algorithm. Basically, it works where you have to like listen to some audios. We have to like answer the question based on the audios which has been which you have listened. Then you have to read the 5 to 6 sentences which are present on the screen correctly. So it basically communication is basically on your speaking skills. How means you can speak and how you can listen carefully. And the last, it was like 2 to 3 story based questions where I've been provided like 1 to 2 stories, like how I will deal with the story, or what if you have to say some of like what is your best lifetime experience. This was the question. So I have to I was given 90 seconds to speak on this. Then one question was like how would you fight any failure in life? If you have faced any failure, then how would you fight that and how you overcome it? Also, I have given 90 minutes. First 15 seconds you will be given to think, like to wrote out the points, to think the points which you will speak, and the 90 seconds is there to speak. So it was all about like 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay, got it. Now after this was conducted on
25th August.
Okay, then what happened next? When was your next technical round?
So the next, it was the interview round. So which was on 29th August.
Okay.
In the like interview, it was a technical plus HR, like subject matter expert and plus HR. Like there was no separate HR interview after this. So first, as it was the question on based on the introduction, like introduce yourself, which is a common question. And then in the introduction, if you speak about your projects, then they will ask about the projects also, like what are the projects you have done, not the final year projects. If you have done any projects in your curriculum, then what are the projects you have done, the domain and everything. Then the whether you are doing a final year projects or not, what is your final year project topic, whether it is a team project or individual project, everything. Then it was like also one question was asked on technical, like it was on operating system. I don't remember exactly the question, but it was based on the operating system. And the last question was my whole overall experience of the Accenture interview process. Like what was the how if I faced any difficulty in the during the all the placement rounds, like first round and the second round, and how was your experience, whether you were able to clear, how was like my difficulty levels they've asked as a feedback, and how was your this interview in the last it was asked. So all about that. And it was conducted in the AMCAT platform, like all the like Accenture rounds were conducted in the AMCAT platform.
Okay, and this lasted for how many minutes?
So it was like around for me it was like 25 minutes. For like my fellow like mates also, it was like for 15 minutes. As I have done some projects, so I have to explain about my projects. So that is why it lasted. Yeah, it's different. So if you have done projects, then they can ask in detail. You know, you should know the details about the projects. So they've asked the detail about the projects. So it took around 25 minutes.
Okay. So what happened next?
So the next, basically after this, like we have to wait like little time, 1 week. And 1 week on, I remember the date, as Accenture was the first company where means I got a offer letter. Means my first company, Accenture is the, and it was like WhatsApp. First it came in the WhatsApp, then in the email. So the WhatsApp, it came that congratulations Darshan, you have cleared all your Accenture interview round and all the rounds with the flying colors. We welcome you to the Accenture, and you will be receiving for the LOI mail soon and the document uploadation mail soon. So it was a WhatsApp message, and I have saved that WhatsApp. I have not deleted that Accenture WhatsApp. Still, I had it is. I remember the time also, exact time. It was like around 5:15 evening, 5:15 p.m. in the evening, and I was very nervous also, because before, like in the morning itself on that day, some was like my classmates were getting rejection mail. So I was nervous that whether I will get or not. Like it was like very nervous things. But as soon as I've got, at the first company, when you receive any like first company offer like that in a WhatsApp, in an email, then it was a like overwhelming. I would say it was
Yeah.
like overwhelming. I would say I was little bit in
Wonderful,
a
man. Wonderful. Okay. So yeah, do you have any details of what's going to be your I mean package and on also the job role?
yeah. So the job role I've been assigned is the application development associate,
Mhm.
and the package is the 4.5 LPA,
Okay.
and the enhanced salary I have like means from I have heard and from the depicted with 4.5 LPA gives is the 28 to 29K, around 28 to 29K.
Okay. Okay. Super. Super. Now coming to us, Quant Masters. How was your experience with Quant Masters, and would you recommend us to any of your juniors or friends?
So first of all, I would like to thank you, Quant Masters, each and everyone of the Quant Masters, especially Himanshu sir, Sashank sir, and each and everyone who is there for guiding me, for preparing me for my interviews, for my aptitude, especially for my aptitude, I would say, because I was very nervous during the aptitude rounds like before, like, but as I've means assigned for the Quant Master, I have taken the Quant Masters training. I was doing the Quant Master live classes. So it was like very wonderful experience and very like learning experience. I would say the learning of the content which was provided by the Quant Master was excellent curriculum. The content is like each and every topic of technical of the quant of the aptitude, each and every is covered. So if like anyone like want to like clear any company, then I would recommend that please join Quant Masters training. It will be really helpful. For me it was really helpful, and I'm sure that for everyone else also it will be really helpful.
Thank you, Darshan. It was so nice of you to say that. It means a lot to us. Okay.
Thank you.
And once again, congratulate you for getting placed, and thank you so much for taking your time and doing it. All the
Thank
very best for your future, Darshan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.